So after that 3-game final in the women's doubles, we turn our attention to mixed doubles next, and it's two very new pairs indeed. Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong, two players who are currently ranked #1 and 2 in the world ranking in the mixed doubles disciplines, but with other partners up against Mathias Christiansen and Christinna Pedersen. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, well, Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping will actually swap places with Jordan and Susanto, but that, as far as Super Series qualification, is irrelevant because they're the third pair from China, as you can see, and you're only allowed 2 pairs per nation. The top 8 on the list, excluding that third Chinese pair that you see right now, will all qualify for the Super Series finals. Tang and Si from Hong Kong will go up 2 places to #6 as we go on to the draw for the mixed doubles, and only 4 seeds left in by quarter-final stage. Only 1 pair seeded in the top half of the draw, and as you can see, they've gone all the way through to the final because that's Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ball ceremony for the honorable referees of Tahoe China Open 2017.
So 2 very, very new pairs. A second ever tournament for the Chinese combination. Formed their partnership last week in Macau, and they won there. And for Christiansen and Pedersen, this is only a 3rd tournament together and their first ever final. They actually reached the semi-final of their 2nd tournament together, which was in Paris, the French Super Series. For Christinna Pedersen, well, this is a 4th China Open final. She seems to reach the final of the mixed doubles every 2 years because she was in the final in 2011, 2013, 15, and now again in 2017. But she is yet to win a title here in China. So will it be 4th time lucky? Perhaps so, with her new partner, Mathias Christiansen. What an occasion for him, his first ever Super Series tournament final. You know them as characters, Steen. Will he presumably will be a little bit nervous for today?
Probably will be a little bit nervous, but he's a very down-to-earth guy, so I think he's just going to enjoy the opportunity to play his first ever Super Series final.
Oh, the countdown is on. And here come the new Chinese pair of Zheng Siwei, and led out by Huang Yaqiong. 100% record so far. 9 matches played, 9 matches won, 5 last week, 4 so far this week. Won 5 of the first 6 Super Series titles between them this year. But here is Mathias Christiansen and Christinna Pedersen. Her 3 previous appearances in the final here in the mixed doubles discipline with Joachim Fischer-Nielsen. And this Danish pair, first pair from Europe in a Super Series mixed doubles final this year. In fact, first appearance in a Super Series final since Christinna Pedersen, along with Joachim Fischer, won the Denmark Open last year. So over a year since a European pair has been in a Super Series tournament final. Umpire Wayana from Indonesia. And obviously with the Danes not playing in Macau last week, it has to be the first meeting between these two pairs. So, as far as the Danes are concerned, the last Europeans to win the China Open, you have to go back 12 years to Nathan Robertson and Gail Ems winning this title. The last Danes, you have to go back 13 years, Jens Eriksen and Mette Scholder. So Zheng Siwei, current world #1, with Chen Qingcheng, who we just saw winning the women's doubles final. This his 8th Super Series tournament final this year, his 7th in mixed doubles. His partner is in her 6th Super Series tournament final this year, her 5th in mixed doubles. So both of them have been in a final in level doubles, men's doubles and women's doubles. And as you can see, the only time they've been taken the full distance was against the winners of the Denmark Premier Super Series, Tang Chung Man and Siwei, the two left-handers. No seeds that they've played against. And they won't do because the Danes are not seeded either. Christinna Pedersen in her 4th final here is 31 years of age. Her partner is 23. Don't pay any attention to the world ranking because there's only 2 tournaments towards their world ranking and only 1 tournament. You saw that the Chinese were ranked 160, but with only 1 tournament towards that ranking, it's a little irrelevant. Mathias Christiansen is 23 years of age from the island of Bornholm in the Baltic Sea off the south coast of Sweden. And as far as they're concerned, well, twice they've been taken the full distance. That was in the quarter-final and in the first round as well. First round against the highly talented 17-year-old Ranki Reddy and Bonaparte. And in the quarter-final, when they beat the defending champions and 2-time winners of this event, who also happen to be the reigning world and Olympic champions, Tantoy Ahmad and Liliana Nasir. So beaten 3 seeded pairs in the last 3 matches. The Danes, #6 seeds, Lu Kai and Tang Junhua. And then the world and Olympic champions. And yesterday in the semi-final against #4 seeds, the winners of the Japan Open, Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping. So a great set of results for the Danes. And Steen, I was saying that the last Danish pair to win here, Jens Eriksen and Mette Scholder, 13 years ago. But Danish pairs have only won this title twice. The time before that, you go back 23 years to the now Chief Operating Officer of the BWF, Thomas Lund, with Marlena Thompson, who's now his wife.
And they have the same record as Huang Yaqiong and Zheng Siwei. They've never ever lost a game. 55 wins, 0 losses in their career as a pair, Lund and Thompson.
Ladies and
That's extraordinary.
On my right, Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong, China. And on my left, Mathias Christiansen and Christinna Pedersen, Denmark. Huang Yaqiong to serve to Mathias Christiansen. Love. Play.
So the world #2 playing with the world #1 in the mixed doubles, getting this mixed doubles final underway.
1 love.
Good flick serve. Oh my goodness. Fault called on Huang Yaqiong. Siwei doesn't like the call. Let's have another look at it. Now the question is whether she was over the nets when she played this shot. And the answer is yes, she was. That's a good call by the umpire. Very good spot. Han Bin nearest to us, and Chen Chu, coaches on the Chinese coaching bench. Oh yes, good disguise on the drop shot.
3, 2.
Now this lady, Huang Yaqiong, I was telling you, has been in a women's doubles final this year. It wasn't just in the final in Korea. She won the title, the Korean Open, with Xiao Han. And for her partner, Siwei, his men's doubles final this year was at another premier event, the Malaysian Open with Fu Haifeng. Only tournament together, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Great result. Also says a little bit about Fu, who sometimes was a little bit underestimated in my opinion. Winning 2 Olympic golds with 2 different partners. And, Siwei, you want to play doubles for a tournament, and we can go to the final.
Yeah.
Service over. 5, 3.
Yesterday we saw these service returns from Mathias Christiansen just pass Huang Dongping, forcing Wang Yilu to play the shot. Great interception by Huang Yaqiong here. Takes the shuttle early.
Yeah, he does look a little bit nervous to me, this man.
Christinna.
No, she showed that there was a broken feather. Well, that's extraordinary that the umpire says, no, you can't change it. Yeah, you can see the broken feather.
Yeah.
Oh! Well, you've got to change it now. He stood on it.
3.
Well, purely by accident. Yeah.
Vi bliver nødt til, som jeg siger, vi bliver nødt til at være en lille smule fræk og lave nogle af de ting, hvor vi også...
Stangor asking him to play with a bit more creativity and take some chances.
Oh, that's creative from Siwei. Look at that. Super shot. So too is that. 70th career final today for Christinna Pedersen. 40th in mixed doubles. Oh, that's a good shot.
Well played, well played.
Brilliant.
Fantastic play by Huang Yaqiong. Yeah, not only her, but the last shot was brilliant.
10-5.
True female mixed player shot.
No, got away with that.
Godt, Mathias. Lige præcis nogle af dem, man vil skabe. Den der lige, det er den, jeg mener, man lige stedet for bare sådan en lang krydsfart.
Gosh, she held that for a while, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the cross-court smash again across the body of Christinna Pedersen. Great effect from Siwei. There it is, look at that.
And he can do it because he can cover, even if Christinna gets that one, he's fast enough to cover the other side.
So a 5-point advantage for the number 5 seeds.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 6. Play.
Yeah.
12, 6.
Great play by Zheng Siwei. All these shots that he still dares to play them into the net. That was something I was looking forward to see in this match. We saw Mathias do a really good job yesterday. Was Zheng Siwei going to be able to match that, and he's definitely been that so far.
Yeah.
7 over. 7, 12. Service over. 13-7.
Oh, how did she get that one back? Defense off the right hip from Yaqiong. Good rally. Unbelievable.
Hey, that's fantastic. Excellent rally. There's Camilla Ritterjul cheering at the Danes.
Unbelievable defence, isn't it? Look at this.
Service over 8-13. Play. Service over 14-8.
It's a good return.
Service over 9-14.
Well played.
Oh, yes.
I like that flick from Mathias Christiansen because I think the Danes need to come up with something. They've lost the majority of the service situations. It's not something they can afford to do continuously throughout the match, I think.
Seemed to be very slight hesitation on the rotational play there from the Danes, but they got away with it.
They got away with it, but also a little bit of confusion on the Chinese side as to who's taking the shuttle when it's right in between the two players.
Service over 15-11.
Zheng and Xiao Yunlei in deep discussion.
Yeah, it's like, then I played this and you used to cover that. And
They never played together.
oh no, they didn't play together.
No, no, no.
That's right, it was Gao Ling he played with.
Yeah.
12-15.
Oh, that's well taken, my goodness. First of all, the cross-court drive from Siwei, and then Huang Yaqiong taking it off the top of the tape. Set up with a good return of serve.
13-16.
This could go either way. I know there's a 3-point advantage for the Chinese pair, but this is very, very tight. Another good flick serve.
Yep. She's doing well. Huang Yaqiong, excellent defense, and she changes this around as well. That one here.
Service over 17-13. Wipe on this. Line judge.
There's lots of discussion, isn't there, between the two Chinese players.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. There's Gowling on the left as we looked at them. Oh, good smash. Good power and good placement. Lethal combination. Yep.
Ja, ikke? Stærk, Mathias.
80.
Well, just as Pedersen was about to serve, the public address came on. She did awfully well to keep her focus and concentration.
Yeah. That shouldn't happen.
No.
I guess the players are used to it when they play on more courts than one, that
Yeah,
there is
sure.
some speak and sometimes even music going on.
Yeah.
She read that.
She's playing very well. Huang Yaqiong. Game point opportunities. 5 of them for the number 5 seeds. Short. And she hits wide, and the opening game to Siwei and Huang Yaqiong. 21-15 confirms the umpire. 18 minutes of play.
Masser af fine takter det her. Masser af fine. Det vigtigste, synes jeg, og du laver den her, hvor du er, det er lige forventet på. Du kan sådan styre op på det net der. Det er hvis du kommer langt ned på den, så må vi hellere skubbe den over. Men det vigtigste er næsten, når du siger, at den her ligger på og holder. Ja, det selv, og så stol på Chris, hun dækker den bagbane. Jeg ved godt, det er svært, både når en maskering er der.
Fordi duellerne ikke er 50-50, men vi tager 5-6 stykker der sav. Ja. Op på den sav.
Ja, så kommer op og så tryk
tilbage for at gå på netkanten, små fange en her. Det går ikke, jeg prøver at fedte den ud siden, for den er jo på med sammen.
Så gå hen over netkanten, men når den så kommer ned til ham, og du trykker, så ja selv hegnet, så Chris skal nok dække dig af. Vi skal have det der, hvor de er bange for at lægge den af på hegnet, også ham, selvom man har maskeringen.
Ja, fordi deres kvalitet er så god, så vil sige, vi kommer hernede fra, det er svært for os at finde mellembanen tilbage. Der er vi nødt til at gå helt kort på hende, hvis vi når den rimelig højt, ligegyldigt om det er dig eller mig.
Præcis, og hvis vi tøver på den første, så er vi allerede sådan, så må vi blive overspillet. Ja, det er hegn, og det er dig, der skal op og jage den, når du trykker lige ned over den bagside, op og jage den. Ikke? Kom så her. Ja.
Vi skal ikke spise ekstra.
So Thomas Stangor doing the coaching break there for the Danes. Now, where on earth has Jakob Høj gone?
20 seconds.
He's probably gone to Victor Axelsen to warm up with him.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, both the Chinese players played exceptionally well. You would never have known from that opening game. This is only their second tournament together. I know there was lots of discussion between the two Chinese players, but they did seem to have a natural understanding. Of course, they would have trained together, practiced together. It's landed in. Yeah, that was impressive.
The Danes lost in France to Chen and Zheng Siwei in the semi-final in a 3-game match. So this second game here will tell us a lot about that changing pairings that the Chinese management has made. A lot of the discussion on the Danish side in the interval was about how to win the net, because they feel that they didn't win it enough in the first game and didn't succeed here either. Very, very efficient, that cross smash from Zheng Siwei.
Yes, he doesn't seem to mind who's facing on the cross court, whether it's Christinna or Mathias. Yeah, was that one of the things about crossing at the net? Not really
actually
mentioned.
Not, but
no.
Apparently a natural part. They need to challenge. It was more direct in the service situation, and then when Mathias is playing, trying to apply pressure from his backhand side, where Zheng Siwei's got a little deception and plays the net, and they want Mathias to go all out for the net. That's interesting. Not Christinna, but Mathias has got to follow up. It's a little bit more difficult here because the Chinese pair on this side have a little bit easier lifting with quality to the Danes. So interesting to see if they're going to make it work.
Service over. 2-4.
Oh, I suspect he may have changed his mind.
Service over. 5-2.
Again, she's winning the service situation. Huang Yaqiong, she's done a really, really good job. Again.
Oh, that was an opportunity. Yeah, she knows it. Frustrated with herself.
7-2.
It's not an easy situation for Huang Yaqiong because Mathias Christiansen, he has 98% of his concentration on the short service trying to reach it high. Still, she's managing to play excellent third shots.
Yeah, they look pretty satisfied right now, don't they? Chinese coaches. Once again, there's... Well, she's having to smooth out the feathers. Danes wanted the shuttle changed.
Big pre-swing there from Christinna Pedersen. Got to try and score some points, the Danes, before the interval here, otherwise this is slipping away from them.
Chinese pair. Go wide. So a 9-point advantage at the mid-game interval in favour of the Chinese pair. What can the Danes do to turn this around?
God idé med at prøve at skubbe den over ham dernede, men de rammer alt. Ja. Vi bliver ved med at prøve at udfordre ham. Altså, så er vi selvfølgelig
Der er nødt til at være fokus her, det er, vi skal fandme ikke overhovedet slå dem af, og vi er nødt til at prøve at lære noget af det her. Fordi lige nu, der spiller de, som vi bliver nødt til at lære noget af.
Og hvis vi kommer helt ned under nettet, så prøv at hejse den helt ned i enden med luftbåd. Og så står vi frem i banen og satser på, at han ikke slår. Så hvis han så slår igennem os, så er det sådan der. Ikke?
Ja, kom så.
Det er rigtigt, vi skal have noget ud af det her.
Ja, det skal vi.
The advice that time from Thomas?
Yeah, it's more on the sort of attitude and say, okay, we cannot just give up. We've got to play. We've got to learn something from this. We've got to take something back home. So we've got to play better. Try some. And they're also saying the Chinese, they're hitting everything. Everything is going their way, and they are. They're playing extremely well. So all credit to them because they've totally dominated the match.
Yeah.
There was a little period in the middle of the first game where the Danes had a good period, but they've been absolutely dominant. Both players have played extremely well.
Yeah.
Huang Yaqiong and Zheng Siwei. That's been a pleasure to view.
Yeah.
Unless you're Danish.
Service over. 3-3.
Oof, challenge. There's a challenge here from the Danes. Christiansen, his arm went up immediately. I don't think Christinna was so convinced by the challenge. Ooh, difficult to tell. First challenge of this mixed doubles final. Line judge was correct.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 14-3.
Well, just picking up on your point, Steen, that the Chinese have been playing so well. I mean, quite frankly, it augurs well for the future of this pair.
Yeah.
Brand new partnership. Well, barring any serious mishap, they're going to have 2 titles in 2 tournaments played. One of them, a Premier Super Series.
Service over.
The rest of the world is going to have to watch out because they do look very good indeed.
Yeah, we mentioned it a little bit yesterday that one of the key points the Danes playing Huang Yilu and Huang Dongping was that the Chinese had to beat Christinna Pedersen at the net, and they couldn't do it yesterday, but they've done it today.
Yeah.
And I also think that Zheng Siwei has beaten Mathias Christiansen in the build-up game, so to speak. So I think the ciphers here could tell a different story. It's actually been closer than that. It's just been the Chinese pair having the upper hand in pretty much all the rallies.
Oh, yeah.
Service over.
Too little, too late, one suspects, but that was nice by the Danes.
And I think what they can take back home, the Danes, is that they've got to have extreme shot quality in all their shots, because otherwise they get punished by this fantastic Chinese pair.
Yeah.
Service over. 18-6. Service over. 7-18.
Some consolation points for the Danes.
Yes, I was just about to say, it's just making the scoreline a little more respectable, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
Nine, 18.
Bounced off the top of the tape. And 2 points away from a second title in 2 tournaments played.
Service over. 11-19.
Good running. Yeah. Match points have arrived for Siwei and Huang Yaqiong. What a start to the partnership. Siwei and Huang Yaqiong, 2 titles in 2 weeks. Their first 2 tournaments, the Macau Grand Prix Gold and now the China Premier Super Series. 21-15, 21-11. Their victory over the Danes Mathias Christiansen and Christinna Pedersen. 34 minutes for their victory. And for Christinna Pedersen, well, the 4th time in the mixed doubles final here at the China Open, and the 4th time she's been beaten. But it was a convincing victory today for the number 5 seeds from China, Siwei and Huang Yaqiong. 21-15. 21-11.
各位领导、各位嘉宾、观众朋友们，泰和2017中国羽毛球公开赛智峰杯混合双打颁奖仪式现在开始，有请获奖运动员入场。
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Tahoe China Open 2017, part of MetLife BWF World Superseries premiere. The GSE Cup mixed doubles awarding ceremony will start shortly. Please welcome the winners.
获得泰和2017中国羽毛球公开赛智峰杯混合双打亚军的运动员是。
Well, the Danes looking desperately disappointed, but they should be very proud of their performance this week. In only their third tournament together, the first final together. A fourth time, Christinna Pedersen has to settle for second best here at the China Open. But they've beaten 3 seeded pairs on the way through to the final, including the world and Olympic champions. But what an exciting prospect this new pair of Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong is proving to be. 2 titles in 2 weeks. 10 matches played, 10 matches won. 2 titles, but this, the China Premier Super Series, has sent a message to the world of mixed doubles. Well, it was her 39th Super Series tournament final, Pedersen. A 70th tournament final in total.
The Shanghai GSE Sport Company will be presented
So between the Chinese players, 6 Super Series titles so far this year. First as a pair, though.
The Fuzhou Municipal Sports Bureau will be presented by Director General Zheng Han. It's photo call.
So just one more final, and it's the reigning world champion and world #1 Viktor Axelsen against the two-time former world champion and former world #1 Chen Long, who just happens to be the Olympic champion. And of course for Chen Long, it's his 7th final here in 8 years. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, 6 of the top 10 have been in a Super Series tournament final this year. The top 6 have already qualified for the Super Series finals. If Chen Long wins today, he will come into the top 10 as #9. So depending on how he does in Hong Kong next week, Chen Long could actually qualify for the Super Series finals in Dubai. So as far as the men's singles draw is concerned, by quarterfinal stage, 6 different nations, 6 of the 7 seeds that started, all 3 Olympic medalists at quarterfinal stage, 4 current or former world #1s, Axelsen, Lee Chongwei, Chen Long and Song Wan Ho. By semi-final stage, 4 different nations involved, and that's only the 3rd time this year that we've had 4 different nations represented at semi-final stage. Malaysia and Japan were the other 2 occasions. So, in many people's opinion, it's a dream final. The current world champion against the former world champion. So it's the current world champion and world #1, Viktor Axelsen, who comes into the stadium first in his 20th career final today, his 10th Super